something's in the bathroom. You know what? You know the drill. It's a machine that needs to be revealed. Let's find out what it is. Because there's this and there's another machine after this. What's lurking beneath the cover in the bathroom? What entity has this guy got? And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film. I ain't gonna dilly-dally about this because it's the same procedure. We're not doing it for any milestones or anything, so this is just another machine that needs to enter traffic. I'm quite excited about this because this is something that I have wanted. I say that about everything, so it's got a very weird shape to it, as you can see. It's very tall and not very square. So I wonder what that could be. You know, that might be a clue there. Do I stand beside the machine or what do I do? I'm just going to clamber here. So, yeah. Let's not stand on the scales, I don't want to smash it. Oh, there we go, his knee broken. So, I wonder what I've got here. I picked this up, was it before Christmas I think I got this? Yes. Yeah, before Christmas I got this machine. At the same time I sort of revealed the Bosch, it was around that time. So anyway, this machine, I've wanted something like this, and I think some of you guys might be glad I've got one of these actually. I don't know, again I'm going to see in the premiere what's actually going to be said and what people are going to think. Glad you all like the Indusert video, by the way. I've been getting loads of messages. I actually at that premiere today, so I thought I'd be revealing this machine. Alright, well, I'm not going to dilly-dally. I keep saying that and he keeps talking, doesn't shut up. Let's lift the scales here because I don't want to drop and break them. Okay, so I picked this machine up from nearby for £30. It needed a new door lock and it needed a new cable. It was the cable that was causing the problems. So I've done a whole overhaul of this machine. She's been tested a few times in that room. But anyway, let's find out. So, here we go! What's going to be entering the collection? Is it going to be something I've had before? Because I've been understood. Is it a childhood machine? What is it? Or what is she? No name given yet, but I may have one. Who knows? Here we go. Ready? And... Hey! Does that not look like a familiar sight to you? Have I wet the thing? So, yeah, that's what I've got. That's all that was on top of the machine was a foot spa and a dolly. So, let's have a look, shall we, about what's entering the collection. So, what we have here, a Creeder XL1200 model W120VW. Now, basically, this is kind of like basically saying the Cassata has come back. This is what I was trying to see what you guys think. Because, as you know, I have a Hotpoint WD-64, which is basically this in washer dryer form, but the problem with that is I can't do full loads because of my whole sort of rule about washer dryers and whatnot. So I wanted something from the WM range. The problem is there's not really anything of the WMs I like. You guys will remember the Cassata, for some of my people that were on here since 2018. There was a WM63 with this pistachio green colour that everyone loved. She was like loved more than the A3060. So this in a way is like having that again. These though are effectively Creeders. This is what I call a Creeder point. This machine is literally a hot point underneath. And before you ask, yes, I have retrofitted this with a GEC motor. These came with FHP motors. In fact, I can't remember who's got one of these. There is someone, is it Washboy 2006 or something? He's filmed one of these and it's got a GEC motor and it's got the older programming to it, which this is what this has got as well. So you might see them, I mean, it doesn't really show up here. I've had to do, all this was rusted under here and whatnot. And so there's probably some imperfections of paint. She's date code 92, which I think I dated this to August 2001. But basically this machine had a knackered plug. So when I plugged her in, she was dead. The door lock was missing, I had to borrow this on the WD-64 before I got her one. Yeah, so I don't know what on earth happened. Picked it on, the guy was like, asked me, do I repair machines? And I thought, hang on a minute, the door's not staying closed on this. And I was like, this has been, like, abused. What the hell? But yeah, she is literally exactly how you will remember the Cassata. Effectively, this is like a WM79, not a WM64, because we lack the two options, time saver and economy wash. We only have time saver and rinse hold, sorry. So this is Creed are very strange machines because it's like they mix bottom of the line and top of the line all in one. We get my charger for the camera and I'll explain why I say that. So one of the things I noticed with this machine, I used to think these were like WM64s. Actually, they're more like a WD63 with the or WD61, just like the washer dryer bit. So what you have here now, Creeder at this point were basically part of Hotpoint. They were part of Hotpoint since the 1990s when they stopped doing their own machines. So one of the first things you notice here about the drum rim, she sports the metal drum rim that the Cassata actually originally had. Basically, if I just prise that metal bit off, the green band remains underneath that. However, I keep this on there because it's original to Creeders. But it's basically a Hotpoint drum. I don't know why. There was a reason why they did put a metal one there. I don't remember what the reason was. But this was found on all the later ones. So what these are basically, these machines are continued runs of the WM range, the Vogue series, just using up spare parts. So the WMs were basically coming to the end of their run in like 2002-ish because that was when the WDs were in circulation. So what Creeder did, they just rebadged old Hotpoint machines. They were still doing the 9.5s like well into like the late 90s. But what Creeder do, they sort of change up things a bit with their own wording. These are very similar to the later WMs, like the WM83 and everything, as can be told by the bands around the dial. That's what the Hotpoints that had blue or red ones. But we don't say on there obviously like 1200 spin or anything, we have it there. This range of, so Creeder did these to match the WMs and then they did two to match the WMAs. But they still had the dials off the WMs and they had the W200 VW, was it? Yeah, and then the W220 VW, which was the, or 200 FW it was, yeah. Simplicity 1000, XL 1200. Same with this. They did the Simplicity 1000, which I filmed in British Heart Foundation. If anyone can remember, nearly 10 years ago I filmed that. W100 FW, which was just basically this without the variable spin and a 1000. So it basically was like a WM62. But more like, I don't know what was it WM69 I think might have been the 1000 range from that, or WM, I don't know what was from that range. But there was a Simplicity 1200 model, which I think was a W120 FW, but it's a really rare model I've never seen, really. I've never seen it in flesh. Now, where my nanny and Grandad Carol lived in Wales, North Wales, in, well, Kimmel Bay they were in, that was right next to where Hotpoint produced these machines, and their neighbours had one of these, but I think theirs was a Simplicity 1000. But I've always been crazy about this. I love the dryers that match these. If I had the room, I'd love a matching Creeder set. I've always preferred Creeder's look on the WMs rather than Hotpoint. I don't know what it is. I know it's a Hotpoint, but it just looks better having Creeder on there. I like the, you know, it still feels different that it's a Creeder rather than a Hotpoint, you know, badge. But what I'm saying is here, you'll see, for example, so we have the variable spin, but if you look above the drawer, it says care system. What that is basically Creeder's own wording of the Hotpoint intelligent care system, but the intelligent care system was often put above the dials. That's where the Hotpoint logo would have been. The drawer itself is obviously standard Hotpoint WM, but if you look at the programs, they're worded differently. So let me try and show this. The only way I can show you this is if I get the drawer off the WD-64 here. So program A is pre-wash, but if you notice, they use different okay, this was from the WMA range, technically. So program B is white and pre-wash with a P. On here, on Hotpoint, it's white cotton and pre-wash. Program C is 95 degrees Celsius whites. On Hotpoint, it's 95 degrees Celsius white cotton. but this has something that I prefer on the drawer that it says, rather than what Hotpoint put. Program D is colours fast 60, whereas on Hotpoint it's 60 degrees Celsius colour fast cotton. Colours non-fast program E, Hotpoint is non-colour fast cotton 40. Now program F is nylon, it faded a bit there, nylon 50, obviously Hotpoint is coloured synthetics, or on the older range was colour fast synthetics. Program G, 40 degrees Celsius acrylics, yep, that's fine. Program H is silks, this has the silk setting, which the WD-64 doesn't, because the dryer knocks everything out of position. H is silks on there, obviously it would have been silks and printed acetates on the WMs. Program, and then you got fast wash, which is J, on Hotpoint it's quick wash. And then you've got 40 degrees Celsius K's woolens, rather than machine washable wool. Now the spins on these I like, and actually they've marked out what the stop symbol is, but they have 3 types of spin. So this would be long spin, short spin, and then short spin again. The only difference is on wool it doesn't do the anti-tangle. But I like the fact that Creeder have put fast spin and slow spin and wool spin. So I like a machine that says fast spin and slow spin. One of my little sort of preferences. I do like older machines' way of denoting what spins were. You've got like what is it, like, well, most of them just spin, wool spin only. What else we got? You got like, well, the WMAs are fast spin and slow spin, or rinse and fast spin, rinse and slow spin. Super spin on like the micro profiles. Whirlpool had intensive spin. Bosch was additional spin. But anyway, these are the options. Now, same buttons with the green bands. I have had to draw the green back on again because it all came off. But basically, on a Hotpoint, that would be economy wash, but they put energy save, and deep rinse is super rinse, but it's still the same. It doesn't say here though, off and on. I've noticed that. They missed it out, but it's on the dial. But there you go. So yeah, also the cabinets on these are from the WM5 range, from the first editions. I'll show you why. Because they don't have a kick strip. They've got the metal bit there, which is what, yeah, you can see the patchy paint job I had to do. So yeah, that's actually like from a first edition model, but still got the Aquarius wash system drum and everything. But yeah, she sounds great. Done her on a few spins. She has had brand new brushes in the motor. I have run the machine on a few fast spins, so I'm hoping it's not going to sound too whiny, but we should be okay. But I cannot wait. I cannot wait to film this, because this is like filming the Cassata again, but again a true 1200. The Cassata was an 1100 that I de-restricted. This was one of the machines I was really looking forward to revealing to you guys, so there we go. So colour on sheet going in. I went out just now to buy a Persil for this because I didn't have any, so it's nice being able to do a full load of towels, because, you know. But I had them sit. I had her and the WD-64 sat next to each other for a bit. It was really nice, like seeing two machines. You know, when you got more than one machine of the same type in the collection, that's when it starts. You know, you start really feeling like a collector. I don't know how much we're going to be able to get in, because I know I used to love cramming the Cassata full. So is that just one more in there? That's 2 more. But I think, oh, go on, I'll stuff 1 more in there. And that'll be it, that's full. Is there no room for, nah, I'm not going to put the other one in. That'll be too much. Look, so she's got the bluish green type. So crack open this Persil. You know what, I need a proper blue scoop. I need to go back to London and get the one that I left there. But there we go. Also, so I'm going to try and see if I can film the Zanussi again at some point, because I really loved having that machine. Let me get the light fit. Oh god. There we go. God, it's so weird seeing that drawer, because I like the last time I saw that was the Cassata. Right, so be careful with the bloody soap powder here, because too much, we don't want that. So that is for the pre-wash, and then I'll do 2 scoops for the main wash. Because with soft water here, we don't need too much. So finally I've got a proper WM range one now. It's nice, like you say, we unlock a machine every time. Yeah. I'm not putting any beads in because they'll dissolve in the pre-wash. But here we go, Comfort Pure. Creeder were personal even in their own days. They were. The Blythe Bridge days. So what we're going to turn this to is program A first. We're going to do a manual pre-wash. So I'll let me open the water cold first. She's got brand new hoses put on her and everything. Oh no, she came with her original hoses. So I've actually coloured the dial back again. So that famous clunk click. Yep, and then the spin speed around to 1200, and I'm going to enable deep rinse. We're not going to take that long because the machine obviously has the older programmer in. Basically, this machine will act like the cassata completely to the T. Without further ado, ready for this? Oh, that sounds good. So we're filling on the pre-wash. Oh. It's probably going to set up on all the spins. She's had a maintenance wash, she's had a lot done. She even did a spin with the front panel off with the FHP motor when I was just testing the spider and everything. There you go. GC motor. It's a bit of warmth there because the water coming in is a little bit like lukewarm, unfortunately. Oh man, this is beautiful. Having this again. So we'll do a spin after the pre-wash. We're doing a static heat, so I think we're doing more static here. It's going to take time to absorb all that. That should do it. Right, here is our first loaded spin after the pre-wash. Now I'm going to turn that back to hot fill now. Oh, sorry, hot water coming in. God, I hate how awkward this bathroom is to move around in. that chugging pump. Here's springs. You can hear the motor's a bit more loud for that reason. Oh, balance spins. How good does that sound? In one burst we do, 400 bursts. To tangle for a bit. Okay, so I'm going to turn that round to program C. Right, and we're good to go. Nice hot water going in on that. Time they actually tumble while filling. Oh, here comes the suds. Hot water, soft water suds. Creeder. I don't know if we do the Aquarius wash system tumbles on that side. More topping up. It'll be steaming all over the place here now. A nice wash ratio would be between this and the 9530. Maybe in another place if I get. You can hear the springs twanging and screeching. Creaking. Machine is on the first heating stage, which takes the wash temperature to 60 degrees Celsius, and then after that we'll go all the way up to 95. I like how the seal becomes creased. We've heated to 60. We're doing a bit between that and 95. Okay guys, cheers. Cheers to Creeder. Machine number 10. Lovely. Hopefully that motor will sort of wear in a bit better. The brush will still be wearing in. Well, the heater's roaring and we're heating up to 95 now. We've reached 95 degrees Celsius, and I think we're doing the Aquarius wash system tumbles. Let's have a look. We just did a clockwise tumble. Yep, we do Aquarius wash system tumble by default. Machine's throwing steam out the door. So 2 tumbles. 60 would do 3. There you go. Smell it come out of the drawer. Ooh, oh, lovely! It smells good. Right, first intermediate spin. I like that because the WD-64's got the timer where it will take longer, the main wash takes longer. There's times when the timer clicks but the actual thing doesn't move on. This one does though. It's interesting. I see it's getting a damn good clean there. wait to see this spin. A WM season for washing machine guy, Charlie. Bosch, the Mina W Classic, and this now. One more to go. See how we go. I put some Singer oil on the motor today before I went out, so. I can't wait for the final spin on this, because 1200 always sounds really powerful when there's a full load. Nope. Oh no. Oh, smooth actually. No. Is she going to be like the Cassata? That sounds thick. Is she going to handle the unbalanced like the Cassata, or is she going to be like the WD-64? Shame the Cassata and WD-64 never got to see each other. No, they have both now, in a way. See, we do the faster climb, when we do a shorter burst, you'll see what the WD-64 does. Jeez. See, that's all we do. That's going to be fun on the faster intermediate spins. What's doing that now? Filling for the first rinse. This does the low, or the slow tumbles. Let's see if we get that rush of air. Not what the WD-64 gets, that massive puff. Hang on, let's see that again. What did I just do? There we are, slow tumbles. Second intermediate spin. Squeaking. Try and lower this down, because I'm trying to get the back of the drum in as well. See how we go. That's like a slow distribution. unbalanced. That won't spin that. There's no way that's going to spin that. Oh my, no, that's going to abort. Yeah. That's going to, that'll abort. Whoa. You can hear the whole cabinet creak, the whole machine's swaying. Blimey. Second notes. So regular tumbles but low level, and then the next two are the super rinsers with the deep level. Still topping up. That's a bit crazy though. Well, it's still quite warm because the cold water hasn't touched it yet. Third intermediate spin, hopefully we'll get a spin now, because this is the one that goes up to 700. Might get a little something there. And then followed by 2 deep level rinsers. Oh, this is exciting. Get ready for the soft lock. Yeah, here we go. Oh. the third rinse and deep rinse. This is. Just fighting for that though. We nearly got there. This should do the full level now, because what we don't get with the WD-64, because they've got automatic half load, we don't get the full level, because I always only do small loads in there. There we are, getting full now. So it's just about coming up to the drum rim. And then one more to reveal after this, and then we're caught up. Then we can start really filming everything. There'll be nothing to hide. If I miraculously find something else, which I kind of hope I actually don't find something now, because that room is like almost full. There we are. How satisfying that looks. A full load of towels getting rinsed on the deep level. This has got a different concrete weight to it, a dark one, and it's smoother. It's not got the ridges that they are. So that's where the WD-64 would cut off right now. But this is good. Clicking for a little bit there. Satisfying that is. Look at that. Proper rinsing. Fourth and final intermediate spin. This will be 700 RPM again. Let's see what we're going to get. These were always my favourite machines to do towels, and you just never know what's going to happen. appear smooth. Very misleading, oh look. Get a bit giddy. Smooth. No. Far from it. We made it there. We're on the final rinse now, taking in the conditioner. Look at that, much more clearer now. God, I'm so satisfied with this machine, I love it. Brilliant. Here we go, final spin, 1200 RPM. I've already thought of a name for this machine. I've got a great one. And I think you guys are going to love it. It's only right I call this machine this. I kind of want a smooth spin in a way, because I want to hear the machine like, but we'll see what happens. Oh, chokes. That was me. I do want to be able to see the back of the drum, but might not be possible. That sounds smooth. Smooth, eh? That's what I love about these machines, they seem smooth and they're not. So we don't do that additional burst for this one, we just go straight up now. And he trips over that floor there. That's got a water lot to high heaven, isn't it? Oh no, we've defeated the water lot, brilliant. that sound awesome? That sounds so beautiful. Such a smooth final spin that was as well. Kept quiet for that pulse spin. I was like, I know everyone loves hearing this. It's more powerful with a full load because it overshoots a little bit. Pump's a little bit louder now. It all stuck to the side. I'm not surprised at that. It's a bloody powerful spin, that is. I like the anti-tangle. You've got the variable spin on there as well. Drop that into the bathtub. I'll switch the machine off. There they are. Now, pump out the rest of the water. If you hear the pump making any sounds, I'm draining the rest of the water out of the hose. That's how the pumps sound when there's no water in them. It's all falling now. That won't take long in the dryer now. Why does this setup remind me of Laundry Cookie? Just the lighting and the way the machine is, I don't know, it just reminded me of one of his videos I was watching. This takes longer to release than the WD-64 does. What's that I can hear? Anyway, what's that little fluffy thing? Right, let's see how dry these are. Someone's playing with something outside. Oh, they are so dry. Like, impressively dry. I can't wait to do more washing with this now. This is like, you know, that feet. I'm like, I've gone without getting machines for so long, and now I'm just getting like a machine. Yeah, those brushes will be worn down a bit better soon. Right. Oh, they smell divine. Oh, God. Okay, so, the big, like, testimony. So, what have I decided to name this Creeder? Do you want to know what I've decided to name her? I've decided to name her... 3, 2, 1. I've decided to give her the name Cassandra, or Cassandra II. I only thought for a machine that basically is like the Cassata all over again to resurrect that name. Plus, she's a Creeder, so the C makes for more you know, Cassandra Creeder. Yeah, and she's from the same time as basically when, you know, just, well, a few years later than the Cassata, but because the Cassata was May 1998, I think. Yeah, May 1998, and this machine is August 2001. And August 2001 was indeed the time when I knew a girl in school called Cassandra who acted like these machines. If you remember why I named the Cassata that, because she used to get really excited, like, I don't know, she must have been autistic or something, but she used to get really, like, angry at the teachers, and she'd go, she's like, I don't know what it was she used to do, and, like, always the dinner ladies were going, Cassandra, Cassandra, like that. So when these machines get into their little moments, you know, when they get into, like, a frenzy when they start spinning, they're like, and they start shaking all over the place, that's kind of what it reminds me of, but yeah. So, Cassandra the Second, we're going to call her, but you guys can just call her Cassandra if you want. I do resurrect old names, as you know, with what Mum's Mila used to be called, is now used for the WD-64. Yeah, I think Cassandra's a great name for this machine, because this machine is a keeper. The reason I gave the Cassata up was because the machine was a WM63. I only got the machine because of the colour, because I wanted a Cassata model. Realistically, I should have just waited for a WD-61, because one did turn up the following year when I came back from Australia. But that was it. It was just for the colour. The WM63 is never a model I've wanted, because it's 1100. Okay, now you can de-restrict it to 1200, but I prefer having a machine that is fully 1200. Like, for example, if I get a WD-63, which I want, I'm keeping it as 1100, because I now have got two official 1200 machines that were 1200 from default. Variable models as well. So, yeah, but yeah, no, for Cassandra the Second, that's what we're going to call her. She is back in place, but I can't believe how great this machine is. Yeah, the brushes are wearing. So we've got one more machine to reveal, which I might just do next week, and then we can go pick and mix on all the machines and start filming. We can get these lot to do their Tide videos. I think the Bosch is the next one I want to do. Some news regarding the Miele W Classic. I have actually managed to get a warranty out on that machine. I don't know for how long, for another 5 years. Basically, we've realised there's a fault with the machine's, probably the machine's software. The load sensor doesn't kick in at all. So the machine is basically washing full-length programs when it so with the help of the Super Washer Lab, he's told me, get a Miele engineer out to come and do it, so that's what we're going to do. So my warranty starts officially on the 5th of March. So I will then call Miele out and see what else they can do with that machine, but they'll probably update the software. And then Raven can be fully working, because it's not normal for, I know that machine does do slightly longer cycles because the machine's an eco model, but still, that's on the eco cycles pretty much. I mean, still shouldn't be, you know. But yeah, so this is the new machine. Picked her up nearby for £30. Did a load of repairs on her. New door lock, new switches, GEC motor instead of FHP. Yeah, absolutely love this machine. Finally got a Creeder. I know the machine's a hot point, but we've got a Creeder brand here. I would like an official Blythe Bridge Creeder, a genuine Creeder, but I think I told you guys that when I picked the WD-64 up, there was a brown and white Creeder up here, Super Speed 1100, and it was, I don't know what it was. It was a 170 something. I think it was a 17021 or something. 1702. I don't know what it was, but I wished I'd picked that up as well. It was a genuine anti-clockwise Blythe Bridge Creeder, like the washer dryer I had. But anyway, we'll keep looking out. You know, stuff is turning up recently that I'm very surprised is still going. I mean, someone found a Service Selectronic, which rarer than the Hoover Selectomatic, that is. So, I mean, you know, I think it was I Love Miele 1 did a video. If that can turn up, anything can. Alright, so I hope you guys like the new machine. Basically Cassandra again, so yeah, there we go. You got her in wash. So we've now got her in washing machine and washer dryer form. How amazing is that? And I have got a photo I'm going to add just now, at the end of the thing, of Cassandra and Millie next to each other. Cassandra, I love it. Cassandra the Second. Right, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.